Hello, my name's Keith and I'm known as a Florida Stoneman, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about cats. Yeah, cats. Oh, how cool, cats. Lots of information about cats in this video, coming from an interesting perspective. For people who know, they know, I know a thing or two about cats. Like actual cats, like pet cats, etc. So, I'm studying cats more in depth right now, and I'm finding a lot of stuff out. So in the astral realm, you can kind of view you can look through a cat's eyes as a cat. Let's just say that. So, especially with the full moon. So the thing with cats is, I can't generalize, this is not the concept of every cat, but you have to know they have trickster energy. They're flat out tricksters. They're transmuters, they're tricksters, they're beautiful, full of love, but a different kind of love, a different ray of love. It's like a haywire love. If you have a cat, you know. The cat usually owns the owner, and when anything with the totem animal, cat in the astral realm, you have to know you don't work with cat works with you. The cat will do whatever it wants to do. I'd like you guys to know some secrets. When you look out of a cat's eyes, it feels loopy. If you ever look at a cat and like how they're acting, like they're doing this all the time, your cat's tripping most of the time. Or it's not tripping, it's seeing so into the next world that it's like it's tripping. It's like it's in just a full-fledged dream. A cat will see a person's face change. A cat will see, it'll walk through a door and it will see a person's face turn into a demon because that person has a demon on the demon. Or a person on the demon on a person. But you gotta know your cats are extra spiritual. Someone's pulling up to me right now, so we'll just make the video a little more interesting. Everyone's gonna get to hear about cats, especially because it's Catter Day. It's technically Friday, but it's not Saturday. Cats are loopy. Like they're just flat out like loopy. Like I'm not insulting anyone's cat. Don't take it personal. Think like my cat, you trash talk my cat. I'm not talking about your cat. I'm talking about cats in general in the astral realm, etc. So you have to know they see things 100% different. Like everything's just flat out loopy to the cat. Even though the cat might be calm and stabilized, like they'll hear everything as like a song, as like a frequency. Like they'll smell. I mean, their palate, they can taste a frequency. A cat will basically just look at something and then be able to taste the frequency. It's the wildest thing what cats can do. So basically, cats can literally taste frequencies. If you ever see the cats just kind of like grooming, they're extra spiritual animals. They are apex predators spiritually. If entities run away from a cat, and there's bird feathers coming from the tree right now. If a cat sees, so basically this information is good for people working with the totem animal of a cat, the aspect of a cat, because I'm teaching about totem animals recently. So that's a thing, and especially when you work with like a totem animal of a cat, it's a kind of a combative totem animal. Your cats can be kind of combative, especially when provoked or annoyed. Not kind of. Some of them are like. So when it comes to basically when you have a pet cat, you have to know that pet cat doesn't like being overly touched. That cat doesn't like to be overly stimulated, or like very quickly a cat's like. And you could know that cat for your whole life and love the cat the whole life. It's a cat, so it doesn't care. So that's the thing. So cats, you have to know cats are just unpredictable. They can see, and like the little mirror going off, they can see things that are just, I mean, they don't care too. The cat thinks about the cat. The cat thinks about the cat. So they're not mean by nature, but they're more self-oriented in the sense of helping themselves first before they address anything else. Let's just say that. So when you look through a cat's eyes, it is loopy. That's one thing you can expect when perceiving the totem animal of a cat. Another thing too, for some, God knows whatever reason, maybe it's their instinct or whatever, but when you're working with totem animal of a cat, you'll feel like you'll want to ascend fast. Like you'll just look for a different way. I mean, catnip's one way. I mean, when you're doing this, if you're working with totem animal of cat and working with catnip, be careful, especially on the full moon, because you're in for a doozy. You'll feel like you're losing it. You'll feel like a mental institution. But so just stay home at that point. But it's lots of self-love. You'll be like, ooh, I'm feeling myself. So when you work with totem animal cat, what I've taught about how to work with totem animals, like you'll just you'll have fun basically doing almost nothing. You'll just be like chilling. You're like, yeah. So I'm gonna say this right now: if a cat could actually talk, and for the people who are able to tell, who have custom necklaces from Florida Stoneman, or necklaces from Florida Stoneman in general, when you open that gift of hearing animals' thoughts, if you know if a cat could say words, they're crazy words. Like they're just nuts. Like, a cat will say anything. Just like how they'll do anything, they'll say anything. So some people are like, well, I have a really calm cat, and this video doesn't apply. Your cat has a whole different side to it. Or if it's a calm cat, maybe that just overrides the cat. Every cat's different. Everyone who works with totem animals, cats can be different. Your cat has an astrology. So, depending on the cat. If your cat's like an Aries, for an example, versus your cat's... My cat's a Sagittarius. It doesn't matter what your cat's zodiac sign is. I'm just making interesting points here, but... I had someone say that to me a long time ago, like, oh, my cat is selfish. My cat's, what they say, like, my cat's selfish because it's a Scorpio. I'm like, that doesn't mean that. I'm like, coming from a Scorpio rising, I'm like, excuse me. Like, what the? They're like, my cat's mean because it's a Sagittarius with Pluto in transit. I'm like, no. Or Pluto in retrograde. I'm like, no, that doesn't stop it. Your cat's mean because you probably were overstimulating it when you're trying to find out its astrology. So one thing with cat is when you're working with totem animal a cat, or moving as the element of the cat in the astral realm, like even in your dreams as a cat, cats can be sneaky, so they can sneak past certain obstacles. They are haywire. I'm going to keep emphasizing that point. Cats can be haywire. So let's just say, and the cat's a good animal. It's a good animal if you feel like your goals are running away from you. What happens when, like for example, in the wild, when something runs away from a big cat specifically, little cats too. If a bird runs away from a cat, it doesn't even know why it's chasing. It's just it flat out chases it. So when it comes to totem animal of cat, when you feel like your goals are running away from you or someone's running away from you, you'll chase it down to confront it. It's not good for the person usually. Make sure you're balanced when you chase the person down, but when your goals, I mean, that's the thing. It's just you're rolling dice here with a cat totem animal. They're not predictable. If you want me to say, oh, it's this predictable, it's this, no, it's whatever the cat wants it to be. You don't control it. It's a cat. So this video might be titled Cat Totem Animal, whatever, maybe, but cat is just wildfire. So cats are incredibly stealthy. If you don't like being seen, if you don't want to, like, if you don't want to be seen, but you feel like being playful and having fun and just loving yourself and feeling nice, cat's a good totem animal to work with. You can also, and when I mean in the astral realm, sometimes you can just move around the astral realm in another form. So you could take cat, for example, and like, oh, I feel good. But you have to know when you come back, you'll be like, you ever just see a cat like kind of move its head and it goes like this? It's because it's perceiving everything. It's feeling everything. It's feeling good. It's just relaxing. It's chilling, but it's also on a whole nother frequency. Oh, that's the point from earlier. A cat will want to jump up on things, and you'll kind of want to. You'll feel like a weird urge when you're around like a platform, etc. And you'll be like, I don't know why I want to jump up on this, and like, it's your frequency that wants to jump. So same thing with a catnip. It basically jumps your frequency. So cat totem animal will crave a jumped frequency. It'll jump your frequency like, ooh. So cats are like they can be nonsensical and kind of silly and funny. Let's talk about negative aspects of totem animal cat, because I've said the negative and positive so far, but I'm gonna say more of the negative aspects just to get you guys aware. Cats can be catty. It's the easiest thing I can say. So when you're around totem animal of cat or working with totem animal cat, this element of cat, watch yourself so you don't become catty. Just don't become a catty person. Don't be like me, and like, just don't do spiteful things for no reason. Cat totem animal can initiate some arguments, or basically whatever you believe for a long time will be challenged, because if it follows a specific order, the cat totem animal can break it, or it can just be catty, or not settle. Like, for example, it can challenge certain practices you do, certain routines, certain obediences to certain routines, etc. It's not always fun to follow Totem and all the cat, but it does open incredible gifts. So what's the good aspect? You open gifts like you have never even seen. So when you work with the cat totem animal, or you element of cat in your cat. So I'm basically interweaving the information of cat totem animal, cat in the astral realm, etc. So it just all rounds, because it all goes together. What happens when you work with cat totem and you're around cats? They just know what you're doing. They might just wait for you. You'll get home and there'll be a cat you've never seen on your doorstep, like meow meow meow, kitty meow meow, whoa meow, meow meow meow, meow 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 meow, and you'll be like, get off my doorstep, I don't know you. And you try to come in your home because you're here talking to cat totem animal, working with cat totem animal, etc. So that's the nice thing about because sometimes some of you can't open gifts because you're just so like rooted into reality to the point where you can't ascend to the higher realms. Cats are literally living in the higher realm, like literally living in it. So that's the thing. Cat totem animal is very good for opening clairvoyance. You'll be like, wow. You're just like, for example, I've been working with cat totem animal recently, if you guys can't tell. That's why I'm able to teach it so fluently. You'll see like, I'm gonna give you an example. You'll see like, it's incredible for clairvoyance. I'm gonna look at an object. I don't want to look at something that's direct. I'd like to look at something directly in front of me. Okay. Let's look at something, a tree. So I'm looking at the tree right now, and you're gonna start seeing extra things when you, because like I said, cats are kind of lucid and trippy. So if you look at a cat's eyes, it's kind of trippy. So I see a bunch of like just flat out trees turning into a pineapple. I mean, that's the thing. The tree it starts like, you can see like the tree like echoing. You can see like nails coming out of the tree. It's kind of like the trees, like you can see the protective aspects. So basically the tree I'm looking at, why does it look like a pineapple? Because it's good for the crown chakra, it's good for wealth and abundance. I'm looking at a saw palmetto palm or whatever it's called. So I'm looking at the tree, and the tree is just kind of like, you can see all the properties of the tree just by looking at it. So it's good for abundance, it's good for keeping away evil, because if it looks like it's scratching something. It's good for cleansing because it looks like a fan. I could see like fans coming out of it. I can see different, like, just basically different colors coming off the tree. It looks like winds coming off the tree, so it looks like a shifting of colors. So like basically that's the thing. The tree, like, you'll start feeling like you're tripping when working with totem animal cat, but you're not actually tripping. You're just tapping that frequency. That frequency is a whole nother level. That's a whole different, like, you'll just, and how does for example, when you work with cat totem animal, how are you gonna feel around other people? Loopy. You might make jokes that you don't normally make. You might just not care. Shoot. I mean, that's the thing. A cat really doesn't care. Cats just don't care. This area is getting busy. So that's the thing with cats. Like, just cats are just kind of loopy. They're very aware. Different senses, different perceptions, just perceiving everything differently, just knowing the truth of things, just not being able to get away from you. So that's the thing. And cats are kind of spacey too, or spacious. So when you work with a cat totem animal, you see your cat, when you connect to your cat, I'm going to teach you a secret since you guys watched the video this far. You can connect to your cat and gain some of the cat's abilities by putting your third eye to your cat and meditating with your cat. If your cat pulls back, it means it's too much for the cat, and they're not liking it. If they let you do that, that means you have a connection, and they're going to pass you some abilities. You're gonna pass the cat some of your abilities too. You think it's a one-way street? No, you're giving some of the cat some of you, and the cat's giving the cat some of you. So it's kind of like an energy trade. So I love teaching this video. So let's talk about a crystal you can work with. Tiger eye. Wow, tiger eye is good. Wow, very good. Another crystal you can work with cat is leopard skin jasper. That'll have you walking and no one can hear your feet, no matter how. For example, I have anklets on my feet. I'll show you my feet right now. I don't normally show my anklets in a video, but for example, I have anklets, and when I walk, it makes noise. So for example, when I put leopard skin jasper down there, it'll make a bunch of noise, and people won't hear a bunch of noise, but the noise will be heard, and the noise will just not be heard at the same time. At the same time, people will hear it and not hear it, and then people will think they hear it and they didn't hear it, so they just doubt that they heard it. So that's leopard skin jasper. I just perfectly define the energy of leopard skin jasper. People will perceive but not perceive, and perceive at the same time as they don't perceive. So that whole because I just tapped into the energy of leopard skin jasper. It'll, like I said, leopard skin jasper will make you feel like a little more loopy, but when you work with the gemstone leopard skin jasper, you're like, ooh, I feel good. But I don't. And for example, things that normally are supposed to bother you, you're just like, I don't care. But you're gonna feel like almost lucid at the same time. Very good for lucid dreaming. Very good for protection too. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. You can DM Florida Snowman on Instagram for a personalized custom necklace, and you can get necklaces from floridasnowman.com. Keep your eye on the website because I'm uploading a whole bunch of new necklaces soon. Till then, I'll see you guys next time. God bless all of you. Ciao.